Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. Hope everybody out there is well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that in a general reading, the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Taurus, don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Four of Swords. You have the Seven of Wands. And coming out together, we have the Knight of Coins along with the Five of Swords. Ooh, so Taurus, you're kind of keeping your own counsel right now. I feel like you're trying to heal from something. There's something that you're not saying or somebody you're not talking to. You're just really kind of in this introspective type of energy here. I do feel like you're a bit defensive, and I feel like you're going to stand your ground about this. You're not ready to take any moves forward. Now, that being said, with the Five of Swords here, you could be coming across, and the Seven of Wands, you could be coming across as being like a little bit aggressive, a little bit possibly even in your ego. So just be aware of that. I do feel like you've been in this energy for a while. You've been kind of stuck in this energy, feeling like you're fighting battle after battle after battle after battle. And I do feel like you really need a break. You really need a break from this, but you feel like right now you can't. You're kind of in battle mode here. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy, please. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so in your energy, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So the person that's in your energy, there's some things here that they're not really saying. They're not really talking about because they just don't know where you're at, basically. They don't really understand exactly what's going on in this connection. Now, that being said, this is somebody who is very stable right now, and they want to have that stability with you. This person views you as somebody that they could have a long-term relationship or possibly even marry. But I feel like they're not really relating that. With the Seven of Swords here, they're keeping a lot to themselves right now. But it doesn't look like what they're keeping to themselves is harmful. They're keeping their feelings, basically, of wanting something more with you to themselves. Let me see the energy between Taurus and this person, please. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's clarity. There's clarity that has either happened or is going to with the Ace of Swords. There's things that need to be talked about, things that need to be discussed. I feel like you're kind of hesitant to do that. With the Four of Swords here, you're kind of holding back. This person's holding back. But the Ace of Swords indicates that there is going to be some sort of a big discussion that's going to provide clarity between the two of you. What is affecting this connection? What is affecting this connection? What is affecting this connection, please? The Strength card in reverse. Fear. Yeah, you're both fearful of communicating. You're both fearful of what's going to come out when this communication happens. Yeah, so you're being defensive, and this person's just kind of looking at their own stability right now. Their energy tells me that they're trying to get along or go along to get along, basically. Let me see the outcome between Taurus and this person. King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, a lack of action. A lack of action by the end of the week. And for you, I feel like it's coming about because you're kind of in this energy of feeling like you have to fight everything. And this person just doesn't feel safe revealing their feelings. You're both acting out of fear, though. Bottom of the deck is the moon. This is underlying energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer sign, but with the moon here as an underlying energy, it means that there's a lot of things that are hidden. A lot of things are not being openly discussed or openly talked about. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Leo energy is actually very strong. So let's clarify. Spirit wants the Four of Swords here. I feel like you're kind of worn out, and I feel like you really need a break. Some of you need to take a physical break and do some healing. Others of you, it's emotional. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords reversed, and we have the Three of Swords. So there's been heartache between you and this person. You've had a broken heart. Your heart is still hurt. So I don't know what happened between you and this person, but you're trying to heal from a broken heart. You're acting like you're okay. You're acting like you're not worried or concerned, but you actually are. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to heal your energy. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Taurus? Why is this? Okay. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands reversed, and we have Judgment. Ooh. So that's a reversal of energy there. You're moving out of being as defensive with this person. I feel like at some point, the reason you became so defensive is because you felt powerless. There was pain here. There was heartbreak. And there's a sense of powerlessness. But you're realizing here that you're going to have to kind of come out of this energy of conflict, this energy of being defensive, if you do want a reconciliation with this person. And I feel like part of you does, Taurus, but the other part of you is kind of afraid. All right, so let's look at the bottom energy. And it could just be that you've been fighting this battle so long, Taurus, you just don't know how to stop fighting it. Show me the bottom energy for Taurus. Yeah, the Hermit. Been doing a lot of soul searching. The Five of Cups. And the King of Cups in the reverse. So you have feelings for this person, but I feel like you're trying to figure yourself out here. You're fighting your own feelings is what I'm seeing. But you're realizing that it's leading you to a place where you're stuck in sadness. This feeling of heartbreak, this feeling of powerlessness is all stemming from, you know, things from the past and not really being able to express your feelings and your emotions. I do feel like you're trying to figure it out. You are in the hermit mode. So I do feel like there's a lot that you're not saying. And again, I'm getting that energy towards that you've just been fighting these feelings, fighting this battle for so long that you just don't know how to stop fighting. But you're trying to figure it out. And the truth is that you do have deep emotions here for this person, but you're not expressing them, and you've kind of closed your heart off. So be very careful with that. I do feel like you're figuring it out. I really do. But right now you're kind of stuck in some sadness, and you know, there's this energy of feeling like you just have to fight everything and everybody. So, but I do feel like you're coming out of that. Let's see this person's energy. Why is the Page of Swords in reverse? Why is the Page of Swords in reverse for the person in Taurus energy? Yeah, Knight of Swords reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is going to slowly begin to open up to you, but I feel like they're afraid. I feel like there's a lot that they're not telling you. And it's not that they're trying to be deceptive, it's that they're slowly trying to move towards that communication, slowly trying to move towards clarity, towards having discussions with you. Let me see why the Four of Wands is here. Seven of Pentacles and the Strength card in reverse. Yeah, this person would like to have a stable relationship with you, Taurus, but they're afraid to invest. The Strength card is double on their side, so there's a lot of fear involved with this. They're afraid to invest in this connection, so they feel like they have to be very patient. They're also sensing that you have some fears here involved as well, and so they're trying to be very, very patient and not push anything, not rush anything. This person is extremely patient. Why is this Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Page of Cups reversed. Two of Coins reversed. And the Sun in reverse. Because they're afraid that they're deceiving themselves. Yeah, they go back and forth. They've been weighing up the pros and cons of this relationship. They definitely have feelings for you. They're holding those feelings back because of, you know, fear of the unknown, fear that, you know, there's things that they don't know about with regard to you. This is somebody who is unhappy, so they don't feel like they can fully express themselves, and it's causing an imbalance in their life. All this holding back, all this feeling that they're unknown, they don't know what's going to happen, is causing a lot of imbalance in this person's life. For what it's worth, I don't see anything in this person's energy that is telling me that this is somebody who's trying to do anything bad towards you. Let me see why this Ace of Swords is here. The Empress reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. So this person feels like you cut them out. Yeah, in the past, they have been unwilling to talk. They have been angry. They have been unwilling to have this discussion. And you have been, you feel like this person did not respect you. They didn't nurture or bring kindness or love to this relationship, or perhaps they withdrew their affection. And this is what caused the pain. And even though you pretended not to care, that it didn't bother you, you weren't even thinking about it, you actually were. It hurt you. So you feel that this person has been non-nurturing. They haven't nurtured this relationship, and this person feels like you cut them out. So at some point, this person was feeling that they needed to move forward. It was likely during a period when there was no conversation or communication between the two of you. And at some point, I feel like you did withdraw from them as well. Yeah. I am seeing, though, that there has been a discussion. The two of you have talked, but I don't feel like either of you are fully opening up, even though you both want to. Why is the Strength card here? Why is the Strength card in reverse between Taurus and this person? Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign. Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So what's affecting the relationship currently is that there's a lot of fear of opening up, a lot of fear of revealing feelings, talking about things. But what is going to affect the relationship in the future is that you both love one another. There's mutual love here. And that mutual love is what's going to bring this back together. It's going to allow you to put down those, you know, those wands. It's going to allow you to come out of conflict with this person. And that will allow a new beginning and a reconciliation here. So I do feel like if you can kind of put down those wands, if you can resolve the conflicts that are here, if you can overcome the fear, then and lean into the love, Taurus, there is a new beginning in this relationship. The person in your energy is patiently waiting and hoping for that. They want a new page. They're waiting for that Wheel of Fortune to turn. You both do love one another. You both love one another. It's very obvious. And I do feel like this is moving in a very good direction. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome. It's the love between you two that is going to make the difference. There's a change that's coming. And it's a change that this person has been patiently waiting for, even though they're afraid that it's not going to happen. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. we have the 8 of Coins reversed, and we have the Star card in reverse. So in your outcome, what I'm seeing here is that the problem is that nobody's taking action. Nobody's putting in the effort. That problem is going to be resolved. All of these problems are going to be resolved. There's a sense here of, you know, currently that nobody is really putting in the effort. Nobody, and it's due to fear. That's going to resolve. It's going to resolve. There's going to be a new beginning between the two of you with this Ace of Wands. You will, you're going to go through some sadness. There's some regrets that are here. Regrets for having stayed in this energy of combativeness and not really expressing your energy. Don't lean into those regrets, Taurus, because you can't change the past, right? So you want to turn that around so that you're recognizing the love that is in this connection. I do see with the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups. That's a passionate new beginning that is based in love with a resolution of problems. It is going to occur when this person in your energy gives up. Basically, they're going to be like, you know what, this is not going to work out. I'm not putting any more effort into this, and I give up. This person that I'm dealing with has just literally crushed all my dreams, and I just give up. And it's at that point that you're coming back in to resolve the problems with this passionate new beginning. Yep. Yeah, and this person's not going to see it coming either. It's going to take them by surprise. Bottom of the deck is the Death card in reverse. Underlying energy, which tells me you could be dealing with a Scorpio. I see Aquarius here as well. But this tells me as an underlying energy that what neither of you realize or what neither of you are acknowledging, it's hidden, is that this is not over. Even if there has been a physical ending here, there are still emotional attachments. And I feel like once you kind of get to the point, Taurus, where you can lower your guard a little bit, stop fighting, and begin to express yourself to this person, that's when this love is going to blossom here. And there's definitely love here. So I do feel like you're going to initiate this new beginning. Yeah, I do. And it's a reversal of energy for you. You're moving from not really nurturing this into expressing your love for this person. So it's good energy. All right, I'm pulling for Taurus. Pulling for Taurus. All right, so yeah, we have denial, number 14. Now 14 condenses down to a 5. 5s are about changes. So there's changes already that's occurring in this relationship. So you may just not be aware of them. Hang on just a second and I'm going to read that for you. It says, consider the wait for your highest good. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith, for if you wait and show patience, I will reveal some wondrous things later. This is a gentle warning not to get caught up in your desire to reach your goal too soon. You may choose sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is ripe. Patience, my child. Ooh. So this is like a cake. You guys have all the right ingredients. They've been mixed together. They're in the oven, but the cake is not, it's not risen. It's you can't eat the cake while it's still batter. I mean, you can, but it's going to be batter, not cake. It's not going to be the same. So give this some time. Give this some time, Taurus, because I feel like this is coming together. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, Taurus, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.